Backgrounds can be a real bitch sometimes, and if only there was some magic way to remove them. Okay, not that kind of magic. Just, no, not that at all. But it would be kind of cool. The most annoying thing for me when it comes to backgrounds is when we search Google and we think we found some transparent background picture and we drag it off and then we see it's got those squares. Google has become full of those annoying images. So in this video, I want to show you exactly how to get rid of the background with many different ways, with websites, with Photoshop, with Affinity Designer, and it's all going to take, hopefully, 4 minutes, because today is 4 Minute Friday. Now, before we get into it, don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoy, or don't enjoy, but if you like cutting out the background. If you don't like cutting out the background, if you just like using those annoying images slapped everywhere, then I guess don't like the video. But, I mean, everyone likes the background cut out, so everyone should like the video. And let's start with my favorite tool, Photoshop. With Photoshop, there's quite a few ways to actually do it. The first thing we have to do is click this padlock so that it unlocks the layer. Now the layer is unlocked. I'm going to show you 3 ways to do it. The first way being the quick selection tool. Okay, so once you select that, you can just select the white and you can see how it goes around and it selects all the similar white, right? That's one way to do it, and then you can just do a simple backspace, right? And then that will obviously get rid of it all. Now, that's the first way to do it. The second way to do it is to go back here and use the magic wand tool. Here you would select the white and it would select either all the white, and if it hasn't selected some white, so you can see this section over here hasn't been selected because it only selects what it's connected to. So what you would do is you would right click, you would click similar, then it would select all the white. Again, a simple backspace and you can see it's done. Now the third and final way to do it is using the pen tool, okay, and zooming in, right, all the way in and actually going around and cutting around like this. This is going to be the most accurate way of doing it. It's going to give off the best cuts when you do it like this. If you do it with the other tools, it could be pixelated, whatever. Doing it this way is the best way. So what you would do is you would go around the whole shirt, okay, and then let's just get rid of this section. And what you'll do is you'll right click, make selection. You want to make sure that the feather radius is 0 and click OK, and then it will select it and you can just do a simple backspace and it's gone. So that is the way to do it. Now I'm going to show you some tricks to this a bit later on, but in the meantime, let's get on with the next tool that you can do it with, which is Affinity Designer. Now, Affinity Designer is a bit more confusing, and I don't actually enjoy doing it, so I'm just going to show you how to do it, but then we're going to quickly move on. Here you can see we have it open on Affinity Designer. So with Affinity Designer, you have to go here and you have to select the pen tool, right? You can zoom in a bit to make it easier on your life, and then you just have to go round, okay? And it's similar to Photoshop. You can pull it and drag it to go with the contours of the t-shirt. Okay, it's very, very similar like that. The reason why it's a bit of a faff is because getting rid of the background afterwards I found quite difficult and annoying. So if you're looking for a super easy way to get rid of the background, in my mind, Affinity Designer is not that easy. I found it really annoying. That's why I use Photoshop or any of these websites, which we're going to check out right now. Now, I just want to quickly say, I don't know if these websites are free. Most of them aren't free, which can be really annoying, and I apologize for that. But I'm just showing you other options to do it in case you don't want to pay for Photoshop or, Affinity Designer or any of these other platforms. Here are some websites that do it just with one simple click. Let's start with this one. You've got Clipping Magic, where you can literally upload an image and it will get rid of it so easily. Let me show you. So you upload an image, it loads it, initializes it, and there you go. Background gone. The thing is, if you want to download it, you've got to pay. Same with this one. You can just simply upload an image. It's crazy how good these websites have become, and there you go, cut out. And this is taking like a second, isn't it? Third website, you've got Slazzer, right? That sounds like a weird website. Whatever, you've got Slazzer, which again cuts out, super simple. Second last website, you've got, what's it called? Remove BG. .g or remove .bg. Again, background gone, but the thing is, it's going to cost. Leads to paying. So, well, this one actually doesn't cost, but it doesn't really download it in very good quality. If you want to download HD, you're going to have to pay. It costs 1 credit. And then finally, you've got Canva. Canva now, I think, is one of the best ones because you upload it, it's over here, right? And all you have to do is click Effects, click Background Remover, and it's gone. That simple. Takes a bit longer, but it's gone. Now there is no background with this image anymore. Really, really cool. Now I know all of these aren't free, but they really, really work. And if you want to pay just a tiny bit of money to remove your backgrounds, this is the way to do it. My personal website favorite is Canva, and my personal tool favorite is definitely Photoshop. Now you have to realize we've only been cutting out the white background from a simple t-shirt. This has been a very, very easy job for all these algorithms to figure out. Where it gets more complicated is when you start to cut out difficult images, images with frizzy hair, images with trees, images with very random things in them where it's not just a simple color and a picture. That is where it gets really, really complicated, and that is where Photoshop shines because it has a few special tools that you could actually use. So if we're cutting this image out in Photoshop, right, we're not going to really be able to just use this tool because it doesn't really select it, right? This is the magic wand tool, and even if I turn the tolerance up, and when you turn the tolerance up, it selects more of that color. If I put it to 50, right, and I select, it's going to select parts of my t-shirt. Look, if you can see if I backspace it, it's going to get rid of half my body. So that tool doesn't work. The next one is the quick selection tool, which also doesn't really work. You can see it selected some of my hair, it selected some of my jumper. So the tool that you would want to use is the precise pen tool. It's called the pen tool. I like to say it's precise because it is. And you'd zoom in and you can literally go around and cut it out. Now, what you could do when you get to sections like hair, so let me just quickly cut around the hair so you can see. What you'll do is, for the hair, okay, so because people's hair isn't just, you know, just straight cuts. Some people have frizzy hair, some people have long, you know, all over the place hair. So what you want to do is you want to click Make Selection, and with Photoshop, you can feather the radius. So you'd feather it by maybe 2. You click OK, and that will have like a nice feather around, and when you backspace it, you still have some of that frizziness left over in the hair. Now I just quickly cut around that so it wasn't very accurate, but that is what I find very cool about Photoshop, is you can feather. Now very similar to that is when you select around the body, you can go into filter, sorry, you can go into select, you can go into modify, and you can contract it or expand it. So that means you can basically get rid of all the pixelated edges when you're cutting on a t-shirt or anything like that, and I'll show you what I mean. So if we go around here, right, and we select Magic Wand tool, we select similar, so now we've got the whole thing. We can go to select, modify, expand or contract. So if we expand, and we expand by 2 pixels, you see it goes a bit in. Now what that does is when we backspace, it just gets rid of that pixelatedness, it makes it really smooth, it makes it really nice, okay? That did select the white in the t-shirt though, funnily enough. But really interesting, that is how you can do it with that. Now if we go to one of these websites and upload that picture of me, should we see how well they do? I feel like these websites are very advanced, but I've never tried using one of these websites for an actual image. But let's try it. It's taking a bit longer to upload just because of the complexities of it. We're going to see how well it performs. That is actually really good. I'm very impressed with that. That is a good job. Wow. Wow, wow, that is a really good job. I'm very impressed with that. I wonder what that would look like if it was downloaded or super zoomed in or something, but that is very, very good. That I'm really impressed with. I did not think that was going to work, so I'm quite happy with that. And that's 4 Minute Friday. Thank you so much for watching. I have no idea if that lasted 4 minutes. I have a feeling like that was a good 10-minute video. We're going to find out in the edit, but either way, thank you so much for watching. And again, if you like cutting out backgrounds, or you just like having your background cut out for you, don't forget to smash the like button on this video. And of course, if you have any ideas for future 4 Minute Fridays of little things you want me just to quickly show you how to do, let me know in the comments down below so I can make them for you. And thank you very much for watching.